High-scoring affair out there at Staples Center. Lakers 1-point lead, big game, James. Came back to grab it.
Yeah, you know, without AD in the game, they're competing. They're playing. We've talked about they're giving up a lot of points in the paint. That's got to change. But for the first half, without a star player, they're competing in the ballgame.
We highlighted Levine and Carter from the other team, and man, they're killing it right now with 33 points between the two of them. So you have to find a way to slow them down.
24 paint points in the first quarter for the Bulls. Jack in the Box halftime report starts right after this. 58 Lakers with a 1-point lead at the break. LeBron with 12. THT off the bench with 9 points on 3 of 4. More to come on the Jack in the Box halftime report. Zach LaVine well on his way to his third game with at least 30 points already 2021, but the Lakers withstood it. Now lead by 1 at the break. Zach LaVine, big game, out in a hurry. 21 points in the first half, 19 of those in a perfect first quarter.
You know, they got to find a way to protect the paint. He's very athletic, and when he's knocking down the jumper, he's almost impossible because he gets in that lane and he's a shot maker at the rim. Former slam dunk champion.
Yeah, he's an incredible athlete. And I think sometimes when guys like that go to the hole, guys kind of fear him because they don't want to get dunked on. You need to stop him before he gets to the paint and make him pull up, shoot a jumper.
You never worried about that, did you?
Nah.
Didn't think so. LeBron is the only Laker in double figures so far. Dozen points for LBJ. The Lakers lead 59-58. Jack in the Box halftime report is going to roll on.
Get that confidence to believe that I can do it. So.
Kyle, can you settle a debate we had here in the studio the other night? Who on the team has the best floater? I said you did, but maybe I'm wrong.
Oh, man.
Good one, huh?
Man, I don't know, man. You know, AD makes a lot of his. He makes a lot of his, but Trez, that's Trez's game is floaters. It's tough.
So you're not up there at all? I was fighting for you.
I'm definitely up there. But you know, those guys, that's their game. They shoot floaters, and then I don't know. That's a tough one. It's a toss-up. AD or Trez, I'm going.
All right, Kyle. Thanks for your time. Appreciate your input.
Yeah.
See you soon.
Yeah, appreciate it, guys.
Appreciate you, Coos. Good job, Brez. It's going to be our first look at the Bulls this season under new coach Billy Donovan. They're good guard play, by the way. Kobe White, Zach LaVine combined for 68 points on Wednesday in Sacramento. Markkanen's going to miss his 6th straight game. He's in the NBA health and safe protocol. What kind of challenges do you think this young Bulls team with these guards presents?
Well, when you got guard that's dynamic like these two guys, I think Zach LaVine's probably one of the most athletic guys we've seen in a while in the NBA. And you got that other guy, I don't know his name, that came from school.
He's from Chapel Hill, North Carolina, Kobe White.
Yeah, but you really think about it, these guys are nice. Kobe White is coming to the league, you know, everybody's like, who is this guy? But next thing you know, he's taking over the league. He's scoring points, playing good defense, and doing a lot of things James didn't do at North Carolina. So you got to really appreciate what these two young guys do because they're a tough, dynamic duo, James.
Did you like Kobe at North Carolina? He's so fun to watch. He has that like that it factor, right?
You know, in the summertime, a lot of guys come back to play. Some of the pros play, and you know, it's good scrimmages. He was mixing it up, man. And I knew he's tall. He's like 6'4", 6'5", bigger than people think, and he plays bigger. And yeah, he's a beast, man. I like him. He's going to be a great player in this league.
It's been a nice addition there to Chicago. Listen, time for Access 360, brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Good times indeed. Rob, if there's one thing the Lakers did right yesterday was attack the paint, right? What was it, 64, 34?
64?
Are you going to a different kind of wall?
Yeah, I'm going to do this thing. I'm going to the wall, yes.
Are you dropping down?
Hey, sometimes you got to drop it low. And I'm right here to the wall right here, but stand right here. All right, see right here, you got Marc Gasol cutting. And think about LeBron. Everybody knows LeBron is one of the best passers. Right, Marc Gasol, nice little dunk in the paint. And see, timeout, that causes timeout. Look, LeBron's taking ball. He went attack. Everybody has to pay attention to him. What if there's 1, 2, 3, 4 defenders? Even the 5th one, all eyes on him. He pump fakes it, gets the guy up, then goes up. Look what he does. He switches to the left hand. Everybody talk about MJ switch. Look at that guy, King switch to the left. Now you got the same thing going on. He come down, look, penetrate. He's going to wait. He said, Trez, get in your position. Now penetrate. Look, 1, 2, 3. 4 defenders. Trez is in his favorite spot, ready to get the receiver pass, and goes up for a dunk. See, that's what you're going to have more. Now, this is what like over the top. Over the top to AD kicking. Passing around. Pass around. Who wants it? You know, here we go. The THT drive
Shuffle pass.
and gives it to AD for the dunk. See, they have to have more penetration. Like with AD's out, they're gonna have to do more penetration and not do so many threes. I like that.
Race of the Wolf.
Oh, all right.
Short little jaunt right there. I like you like that.
Okay.
You look good, man. Hey, did you like that? That was good.
Yeah. See, I always had to create something new.
Yeah. Yeah, offense really wasn't the problem last night, big game change, right? We can't have a real.
Rob's got his own wall.
He's got his own wall, Rob's wall.
Hey, we didn't put that right on top. Rob's wall.
Yeah.
Man, he's working on it already, our director.
That's a great down, but you're right. The offense wasn't the problem.
Wasn't the problem. All right, tonight game. Rob, tonight, James, game 10 of this season. So what better time to check in on our early season report card? Having LeBron and AD, we knew the offense was never going to be a problem. They're 114 points per game, 11th in the league, but they rank second in field goal percentage at 49%. James, what grade do you give the offense?
Offense is pretty good. You know, I'll give them a A minus. You know, because you know the guys they've added, Schroeder, you know, Montrez, offensive boards, very active. You know, Wes Matthews, the ability to shoot the threes. You know, they protected, you know, AD and LeBron from having to carry that weight the whole game. Mm-hmm. And so when they need it, they're able to turn it on. So I'll give them an A minus. You know, there are times where when they're not shooting the ball well and AD's not playing aggressive, they need to really be more consistent in that area with him in the post and them get easier buckets. But for the most part, man, they've
pretty
done
good grade for a team that hasn't really started yet.
They've done work.
Figure each other out, right? What do you got for a grade offensively?
C.
I knew
C
you.
plus.
Whoa.
C plus.
Forgot you were such a
Where is the bad cop hat? Didn't you request that today?
I requested that because I was just going to be a bad cop just for the hell of it because we haven't done it in a while. And I give them a C plus. You know why?
Why?
You know why. Because they started out using Trez, and now they're not using Trez. Trez was averaging 19 points in the first 3 games, and now he's averaging 10 points a game. You know, that's a lot of points. That's 9 points.
Does Montrezl Harrell know how much you like his game?
I don't think he does. I'm going to have to go down there and let him.
Take down the whole team.
All right,
take down
C
the whole,
plus.
I give him
a C plus just because they don't use Montrez.
Take down the whole team.
I'll take down the whole team. Hey, this is bigger than me.
Big game, A minus. Rob, C plus. Rob's tough. We've known this about him for 10 years now. Brez?
You know, I kind of like Rob in a shorter chair because I'm a little down on him right now. Come on, Rob. James, not quite as excited as you are about what I've seen so far. Probably go like in the B plus range. Like Rob said, you know, Montrez kind of a forgotten guy in the Laker offensive scheme from time to time. 3-point shooting, better, so a lot of credit there. But just I'd like to see them get a little bit better of a jump on offense to start these games. A couple lulls on O kind of set them back a little bit in some of these games on the road in particular.
All right, thanks, Brez. We'll grade the defense now. Never like getting that grade after your last bad test because you know it's going to drop a little bit. Last night they weren't great on D. We knew it was going to take some time, James, for everyone to start to gel on that side of the floor. New team. Give it 106 points per game, which is actually 5th best in the NBA. How are you grading the defense?
I can't grade them the way I graded them last year, which was a nice passing grade. I'm going to give them a C on the D because, you know, they lost their shot blockers, and they have yet to prove that they can protect the rim by, you know, shutting down the paint. There's been times when they've been outscored in the paint, which is rare for this team. So even though they have potential, and I think they can be a better defense once they get their, you know, Pope back, Caruso in the lineup fully. Schroeder has proved he'll pick you up full court. Once they correct that, the grade may move up. Right now, I think they're a little bit vulnerable.
Mr. Ori, I'm frightened, but please give us your grade.
Well, I can't really give them a grade. I'm giving them an NT.
Not complete.
Not
you
complete
have to give
yet.
this is a progress report.
I'm a teacher.
No, this isn't
I
your
can grade them
game.
the way I want to grade them.
It's a progress report.
No, I can grade them where I want to grade them. Right now, because you know what, they have
They're
stretches.
6-3.
I don't care. They should be 9-0.
I know, but
Rob, we know it's not complete, but they still need a grade.
See him as defense.
Okay, give him an F then. That make y'all feel better? I'm
It does.
Because
It does.
you know what? I'm gonna give him a D. I'm gonna give him a D plus. I give him a D plus.
Okay, that's reasonable.
Because there are moments where you look at this team, you're like, wow, this team can play some defense. But I have to agree with James. They're missing some shot blockers, and people got to understand having that deterrent in the paint when you go in makes it so simple. Right now, everybody's licking their chops. They going, okay, especially tonight. No AD. Yeah. I bet you the Bulls over there like, boy, this is some good Lakers we're going to eat up tonight. And it's like, I'm telling you, man, it got no shot blockers.
Yeah, there were times when they would go in that paint and they would see, they wouldn't even take the shot. They dribble back out. Now, if you notice at the beginning of the game, it's on again. They're going straight to the paint with no fear.
Pull AD away from the basket and just go everybody else.
So Rob gave the grade. He usually got Alabama. What about you, Chris? What are you going with?
I'm going to give a lot of grades. So I got it Wisconsin. I'm going to go B plus. I'm like you guys.
Wisconsin.
I'm pretty bullish on the defense. By the way, they are rated number 6 in the entire league in defensive rating. So maybe we're watching different games, especially you and me, Rob, giving them what, an F or D minus, whatever you just gave them. Yeah, the shot blocking is definitely not there from a year ago. That's going to be an issue. But perimeter D, I think they're pretty good. Not so strong last night in that, as we saw in the rematch against San Antonio. But B plus, guys, I'm okay with what I've seen so far.
Brez, we've seen your defensive stance.
Yes. Do you even know how to spell defense, Brez? I don't think so. Hey, Rob, move on.
Was Wisconsin your safety school?
I'll work on it.
No, Wisconsin. I wouldn't even look at Wisconsin. They don't offer me $1 million.
Oh, man. All right, lastly, big game. This is a championship caliber team, but there's always something to improve on and that you have to focus on. So you were 10 games in. What does this team have to improve on to be that championship team that you know they are?
I'm gonna have to say it's gonna have to be defense. Because you can't win without it. I mean, obviously I could say, quicker starts or, more scoring from other people. All that is irrelevant. If you can't defend, you can't rebound, And so I'm going to say they got to get better. They lost their shot blocker, so they got to figure out a way to shut down the paint. Montrez is really the only guy that takes a lot of charges. If these guards can't keep other guards from breaking them down, which is very hard to do in this league, especially in the West, their defense can be broken down. So that's what I'm looking at.
Story?
I'm going to have to go with energy because if you look at these last 4 or 5 games, they haven't started with a lot of energy. They finished with a lot of energy. My whole thing is start with a lot of energy